White flag up. That off in the Grade 1, Bar 1, Betting Drinmore Novice Chase over 2.5 miles. There are 6 runners and 14 fences to jump as they approach the one on the turn into the straight. Landing the leader, Raffles Dolce Vita, being followed by Old Man Dingle, Gold Dancer, Romeo Coolio, Captain Cody, and dropped out is Pied Piper. Turning into the home straight the first time to fences 2 and 3. It's Raffles Dolce Vita leading on the left. Romeo Coolio in the black and white with Old Man Dingle. On the outside is Gold Dancer. Not much between those 3 for the places, followed by Captain Cody and Pied Piper. In between the 2 fences in the straight, the next one coming up is number 3. In the lead is Raffles Dolce Vita and J.J. Slevin from Romeo Coolio and Jack Kennedy. On the outside is Gold Dancer and Paul Townend. Knocked back into 4th, Old Man Dingle and Ricky Doyle. And then comes Captain Cody, Harry Cobden, and Pied Piper, Danny Gilligan. All standing after the first 3 fences, Raffles Dolce Vita with a reduced advantage as Gold Dancer takes up 2nd from Romeo Coolio, and then Old Man Dingle, Captain Cody, and last of the 6 with a circuit to go and 11 more fences left to jump is Pied Piper. To the bend they go, and the first of 4 fences on the uphill along the side of the track. Raffles Dolce Vita by a bit with a length to Gold Dancer and Romeo Coolio. They're together 2nd and 3rd, and then Old Man Dingle, Captain Cody, and Pied Piper. On to fence number 4. Raffles Dolce Vita into it from Gold Dancer, Romeo Coolio. Old Man Dingle is 2 behind, Captain Cody, and a little break to Pied Piper. On now to the first of 2 ditches. Raffles Dolce Vita jumped it well, much better than Gold Dancer. On the inside is Romeo Coolio. They're followed on rising ground by Old Man Dingle, Captain Cody, and last of all is Pied Piper. Over the 3rd one past the stands where Old Man Dingle put his foot through it. Raffles Dolce Vita extends the lead to a couple of lengths as Romeo Coolio regains 2nd from Gold Dancer, and then Old Man Dingle followed by Captain Cody, and last of all is Pied Piper. Spacing them out as Raffles Dolce Vita leads now by 3 to Romeo Coolio. Over the favourite is Gold Dancer, and then Old Man Dingle, Captain Cody, and bringing up the rear is Pied Piper. They pass the halfway stage in the Bar 1 Drinmore Novice Chase. Raffles Dolce Vita, J.J. Slevin by 2 lengths to Romeo Coolio and Jack Kennedy, another 2 lengths back to Old Man Dingle, who moves into 3rd for Ricky Doyle. Losing another place to 4th, Gold Dancer, Paul Town, and then Captain Cody, Harry Cobden, and Pied Piper, Danny Gilligan. First of 2 on the far side. On now to the last ditch. This fence is 6 from the finish. Raffles Dolce Vita in front from the start. Over this one from Romeo Coolio, who jumps to be within 1.5 lengths. In 3rd is Old Man Dingle, and then Gold Dancer, who's joined by stable companion Captain Cody. And although Pied Piper is the back marker, very much in touch as they tighten. 5 more fences left to jump and 7 furlongs to go. Raffles Dolce Vita from Romeo Coolio, taking closer order is Old Man Dingle, and then Captain Cody, Gold Dancer, and Pied Piper. 5 to jump. Raffles Dolce Vita, stalked by Romeo Coolio and Old Man Dingle as they link up with 5 out. Raffles Dolce Vita met that one off stride, has another 4 fences to go from Old Man Dingle, improving on the outside. 3rd now is Romeo Coolio, and then Gold Dancer, Captain Cody, and Pied Piper has always been last. 5 furlongs to go and 4 fences left to jump. They're almost back at the point at which they started. Raffles Dolce Vita running a big race here from Old Man Dingle. Romeo Coolio has switched sides, is now racing on the outer, followed by Captain Cody, Gold Dancer, and Pied Piper. 1 more fence before they enter the straight. This is 3 from home. Raffles Dolce Vita jumping up on the outside. Romeo Coolio in between them. Old Man Dingle, Captain Cody onto the heels of the leaders, then Gold Dancer, and shaken up and last is Pied Piper. Running round the home turn with 2 fences to jump. Little between Old Man Dingle and Romeo Coolio, who's apparently on a tight rein, followed by Captain Cody, and then Gold Dancer. Raffles Dolce Vita's cut out over the second second last, and Romeo Coolio comes to the front on this good run to the final fence, and the bar 1 Drinmore Novice Chase Grade 1. In the lead is Romeo Coolio from Gold Dancer into second, then Captain Cody, Old Man Dingle can't stick with them, and then Raffles Dolce Vita, but it's Romeo Coolio travelling to the final fence under Jack Kennedy, and they're over from Gold Dancer's second. Third is Captain Cody, and on the run in, it is Romeo Coolio making it a greater treble for Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott, as Romeo Coolio is mightily impressive in the Drinmore. Gold Dancer and Captain Cody second and third.
Well, a good day already for Gordon Elliott. Has got better since we last spoke. Gordon, we must start with Romeo Coolio. That was a performance with real wow factor about it. How taken were you by what you saw?
Yeah, look, I'm still shaking after watching it, to be honest. He was very good, Gary. Look, you're always hoping that performance is there. We always thought he was going to be a chaser as a hurdler, but he has to go and do it. But listen, to be fair, he was foot perfect the whole way. He was very good, yeah.
I mean, 2.5 miles thereabouts again today, as it was at Down Royal last time. Do you feel that's a perfect fit for the horse at the moment?
I'd say it probably looks a strip, all right. Yeah, 2.5 miles probably looks a strip. Look, but we just have to have a chat with the lads and see how we go. Jack says, look, you could bring them back to 2 off a fast gallop, but there'll be no decision made today.
If you were to change things up, would you be thinking of coming down rather than up, or could you step him up as well?
I'd say at the moment, I don't know if I'd like to be going 3 miles at this stage of his career, but listen, we won't rule anything out. He'll have entries and everything, and we'll see.
Could he run a Christmas potentially?
He could, but look, as I said, there's no decision going to be made today. You know, we'll pick and choose where we go.
The Novice Hurdle was a thriller, wasn't it? I thought your horse for a long way was going to win a fair bit more easily than he did, but Jack was just saying maybe the fact that he was keen counted against him in the finishing.
It did, yeah. Jack just said he was a bit fresh and keen. And he was having a good blow after the race, and to be fair, Jack actually said the same off Romeo there. He says they're going to come on these horses, like we're just going a little bit easier this year than we have earlier on in the season. But look, I've got a great bunch of young horses, so I'm lucky. Yeah,
will he be one for Leopardstown at Christmas, all being well?
He could be one maybe to hold on maybe and go to Naas. I'd say probably 2.5 miles is probably what he wants, but I'll talk to Michael and Eddie and see what they think. But I'd say he could be more of a 2.5 mile horse than a 2 miler going forward.
Big one coming up, obviously. Last year it was a tactical sort of affair, and I got the feeling maybe you had 1 or 2 regrets coming away from it. What do you reckon might transpire this time?
We probably didn't have any regrets. The problem that happened last year, was Beacon Edge couldn't go fast enough. He rounded his ears pricks and wouldn't go on. Look, I'd say it'd be tactical. It'll be interesting to see what Paul Townend's going to do. Like, he could try and go in front, he could try and drop in. So it's going to be cat and mouse. We'll see what happens.
Be fun to watch. Best of luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
It really has been some afternoon, hasn't it, for Elliott and Kennedy, and Tupo still to come in the Hatton's Grace Hurdle. What a performance from Romeo Coolio. Donny's barely come out of third gear to win this Grade 1.
Yeah, seriously impressive, Gary. He just did everything, didn't he? He travelled, he jumped, he moved up when Jack wanted him to move up. He came up on the outside. He had to go 3 wide around here. Raffles Dolce Vita has run a big race. Old Man Dingle on Griffin's horse just moving up on the outside of the leader, but all the while Jack Kennedy just stalking in behind. He's just making his ground as easily as he wants him to, and his jumping was very good at Down Royal the last day. So good again today. He's just moved effortlessly into the lead. Gold Dancer has given chase, but he was under a ride from Paul Townend in order to move into a challenging position. It never looked like he was going to get to him, and Romeo Coolio just careered away, and yeah, seriously impressive victory.
Cleaning his goggles there, Jack Kennedy had the luxury of being able to do that into the home turn. He had Old Man Dingle covered. That one had made a big move to go prominent, having just looked a touch out of his comfort zone early, but he's about to beat a retreat as the 2 Mullins horses go in pursuit. Gets a bit tight for Captain Cody down the inside around that spur, but he manages to burrow through. But in truth, neither of those ever looked like laying a glove on the winner, Don, did they?
No, they didn't. Nor did Gold Dancer, really, Gary. He made a mistake on the run down the side of the track at the second last fence down the side of the track, and he just seemed to be always under a little bit of a squeeze from Paul Townend after that. But it's all irrelevant. Romeo Coolio is so good. Like, Jack Kennedy just gives him a little squeeze after landing over the last, and he's come right away. He's hardly broke sweat, as you say, won by any amount, with won by whatever 8 or 9 lengths in the end, with more than that in hand. It's a huge performance.
We'll find out what the plan is. 2.5 miles today, Don. It was 2.5 thereabouts at Down Royal. There's 2.5 mile Grade 1 down at Limerick over Christmas.
It's 2 miles 5 now, isn't it?
2 miles 5, is it?
2 miles 5.5 maybe. I think they upped the distance of the Faheen Chase, yeah.
Then there's obviously Leopardstown over the shorter
2 mile
distance, the
race.
race that's been reinstated. So if we do see him at Christmas, he's probably going to bump into either Kopek Day Board or Final Demand. Do you reckon Connexus might keep their powder dry over the Christmas period, though?
Be great to see it, wouldn't it?
Really would.
Be great to see it. But like all his hurdling form is over 2 miles, Gary. Like his Supreme Novice hurdle, his grade 1 win at Leopardstown over Christmas last year, that was 2 miles. But he stays 2.5 well, but he's got pace as well, hasn't he?
He certainly does. Here we are down the home straight then, and Jack Kennedy just really allowing him to coast along to that final fence. Saw a really good stride as well, and he just flows over it.
That's a good shot there. The camera's kind of zooming in on him, and you've Gold Dancer in the shot, and then suddenly Gold Dancer isn't in the shot anymore. Now.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.